Hey y'all. Hey, what's going on? How are y'all doing today? It is Monday, okay? Y'all, this is gonna be very quick, very quick. But I need to talk about it. And I think I'm gonna follow it because I feel like this episode was like very sugar coated, okay? I'm ready to get into the episodes where everyone feels like this is a bunch of BS, okay? Because obviously I feel like this ain't the way we supposed to do it. But it is 2022 and women can do whatever they want to do. If they want to go out and propose to a man by any means necessary, girl, do you. Me personally will never be anything that I would want to do. Now, the concept of this show is it's a woman who decides that she wants to be married now, okay? She has 3 days to plan a wedding, tell everybody that they getting married, and she puts on her wedding dress, okay, meets this man wherever he is, okay, and proposes to this man. Once she proposed to this man, she then lets this man know that if he says yes, they are getting married immediately. There is no engagement. There is no you're my fiance, I'm your fiance. We are literally going to get married after this. Hey Shakira. Hey, this bothers me a little bit, okay? Something about forcing someone into a marriage does not sit well in my spirit, okay? If you want to propose to a man by any means, do that, okay? But do not force a wedding immediately after. Like immediately after. Okay, granted, he may want to marry you. He may want to, but like you want to go through this extreme extent. Okay, talking to my husband about this because y'all know I got to talk to my husband about extreme stuff. Okay, my husband says, listen, as a man myself, I honestly don't care. If I ain't got to plan a wedding or do the wedding and do anything about it, and you already got it set, and all I got to do is say I do, then I'm here for it. And I'm sitting here like, seriously? And he like, yeah, if I want to marry you, I'm just going to marry you. And then I don't have to go through the proposing of it all and then planning a wedding and all this other stuff. Absolutely. So I'm starting to think that more men would be fine with a woman just go ahead proposing and getting married. Is this the new way to get married, y'all? Is this the new way? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So this episode is Mooch and Ken. Okay. They met on Facebook. He slid in her DMs. He said that he asked her if she was a superhero, and and he said because it looks like she can drain his powers. I said, oh, that's different. Now, listen, y'all, I don't know if someone slid in my DM and said, are you a superhero? That I will respond because I already know it's some foolishness behind the response to what I say, okay? Because she's gonna say, what did she say? Did she say yes, I'm a superhero, or no? Why you ask that? And then he just gonna come out and say, because it looked like you can drain my energy. It sounds low-key like you want me to give you fellatio if that's what you asked me, but that's none of my business, right? Okay. So she goes to meet with Rebecca. Rebecca is a life coach, child. She's a life coach and she's encouraging this. Okay. She's encouraging the woman to go ahead and propose to these men. Now, here are the problems that I'm having with Mooch and Ken. They looking for a house. She has him under the notion that they are looking for a house and not necessarily getting married. Now, first of all, y'all don't even live together. Y'all don't live together. Y'all looking for a house and you won't ask the man to marry you. Now, granted, I don't feel like that should be the next step. The next step should be maybe proposing, fiance, getting a house together or whatever, and then get married. I don't know, but I don't feel like we should just jump all the way to the whole marriage part and then we got to find some place to live together afterwards. I don't know if that's how this works, but child, this is going to work for them. Whew, child, I was sitting here like, this is a lot. This is a whole lot because I don't understand. They've been together for 2 years. They don't live together. They want to buy a house together, but she's just going to go ahead and go for the marriage. She says that she's not sure if he's going to want to get married to her because he's traditional and he might be like, I already had something planned. I already want to do a whole nother way. And I'm just sitting here like, so why would you do this? Why don't you want that proposal? Why don't you want that man to want you? Why you don't want him to propose to you? Why you want to show up in a whole wedding dress with this man in the middle of the street and propose to him? Girl, if that man say no, you are going to be devastated. This is the part that got me, y'all. She said she's in cells. She's in cells. And if he says no, there's a way that she can change his mind from saying yes, from saying no to yes, because she don't take no for an answer. And you might not need this product, but you won't want this product. Child, I want a man to feel like he needs me. And not me forcing him into wanting me. Okay. If he said no, child, what you was going to do? I was going to pull him to the back and talk to him. For what? And about what? The fact that he said no, I don't want you to propose to me in the middle of the street and then tell me we get married right away afterwards. Okay. Then this is the thing, y'all. This is the thing. This, y'all. Not only is she going to propose to this man, she has never met his family. She's never met anyone in his family. How do you propose to a man and marry this man instantly and you never met anyone in his family? It's given he got a whole wife already, if you ask me. Because, honey, y'all don't live together. You never met the family. It's given he already got a wife and a family. Child, you a whole side piece out here. You don't see the red flags, the disconnect. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, now listen. She tells her mother and her grandmother that she's going to propose to the man, and grandmother was like, that's cool. And I was like, that's cool. Grandma, now you know better than that. Grandma, okay. But then she turns around and say, but not only am I going to propose, we're going to get married right after. Grandma was like, whoa, I didn't know about that part. I was like, exactly, because it sounds crazy. It sounds like you forcing a man to marry you on spot. As a woman, you guys, honestly, if a man proposed to you right then and there and then said to you, we gonna get married right now, like we leaving right now to go get married, would you like that? Would you really be here for the surprise wedding of it all with the proposal? Or do you want to get proposed to and then, plan your wedding and, go through that experience and then get married? Or would you be fine with the surprise wedding? Like, oh, he not only proposed to me today, we got married today. Would you want a little bit more time to think about it? Would you want a little bit more time to, sleep on it? Would you at least want to meet his family at least? At least, okay. So she then goes to tell her father. Her father's here for the foolishness. I was like, this is foolish. Daddy, now daddy. No, daddy, no, we're not about to do this. Okay, brother is looking so confused because he's just like, I don't know what would make my sister want to do this. It's giving desperate. That's what it's definitely giving desperate. Okay. She finally gets to meet his sisters, and the sisters actually, like her. They think she's a good fit, but they thought that they was going to spring on them that they were actually having a baby, but no, they having a house. So, child, I just feel like the steps of relationships now have no order. They have no order. We are literally at the point in relationships where we are not even living together and having children, and we not even getting married. We buying houses. Like the order is a little off for me. Okay, but whatever floats your boat works for you. I had my daughter before I was married, so I can't judge nobody. Okay. It is what it is, right? I'm here with you on that. I have to check it. You got to check it out because this episode, I felt was like the beginning, the intro of this could work. But I honestly feel like along the lines, after watching some of the previews, that people are going to be like, this is foolish. Like there are going to be people who are calling out these women. Like, why do you feel the need and the desperation to want a man so bad that you are going to propose to him in a wedding dress in the middle of the street? And then after he says yes or no, tell him that you are going to get married immediately. Something about that just don't sit right in my spirit. But child, this is what we are doing in 2022. And not only are we doing it, we are showcasing it to the world on the OWN network. Okay. Now, He think he buying a house. He don't know that he's about to get engaged. Okay. So she talks to the sister. The sister is fine with it. Hold on, y'all. Not only that, but she has to go pick out her ring and his ring. Now, call me old fashioned, but honey, I'm not picking out my own ring. And if I pick out my own ring, I'm going to pick out a couple of rings that I really like. And then you get the last say of which ring you want. Or I'm going to pick out the ring I want and you going to go get it and propose to me and surprise me. Okay. Make me feel surprised. But what I don't want you to do, what I don't want to do is go out, buy my ring and your ring, and then propose to you in a wedding dress and tell you we get married. She goes and she literally plans her wedding in 3 days. She gets a dress. Okay, she tries on her dresses. She got her sister there trying on dresses. She go pick out rings with her father and her brother and everything. And then this girl has literally asked his sister if it is okay for her to propose to him. And then after propose to him, get married right away. She's like, "Oh yes, I love it." And I'm like, "This is foolish, but okay. If you love it, I like it, honey. If you love it, I like it." So she goes into the car with Rebecca. Rebecca tells her, "I'm going to drive you up there, girl, but I'm not your fairy godmother. I cannot go into the ball with you. You have to go into the ball by yourself and get your man." Girl, okay, listen. She jumps out this bed and she got on her wedding dress. Okay, wedding dress, hair done, tiara on. I mean, she's wedding ready. Wedding ready. And she walks up to him, and this man is standing in the middle of the street on the sidewalk. Okay, he's just standing there thinking that they about to go look at a house. Okay, because today he woke up and said, "I'm about to go look at a house." And then he see this woman walking up to him in a wedding dress. Do you know how nervous that man had to feel? Do you know that that man probably was thinking in his head, "This is crazy. This chick is crazy." Do you not know how many men would be instantly turned off if he was going to go meet you and you showed up in a wedding dress? Try it. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Anybody in a relationship, anybody, I dare you to go and walk up to your date, okay, your man, wherever you at, in a whole wedding dress, and just tell him that you proposed it to him in a wedding dress. Tell him. I dare you. Record it. Let me see how this go down. That man had to be so nervous. Okay. She walks up in her wedding dress and she tells him, "You are everything that I want in my life. I love you. I love you. Will you marry me?" And he's like, "What are you doing?" Okay, I'll marry you. So she was like, "But the thing is, we're going to get married right now." See, that's when I would have had to put the pause on it. Okay, it would have been a complete pause. Stop for a second. Let's think about this. Okay, so I'm fine with us getting engaged, sis. I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm fine with that because like that's cool. You wanted to propose, it's cool. But you got the wedding plan. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. Y'all, you can't make this ish up. She walked up in a wedding dress looking crazy. Told the man she wanted to marry him and then told him the wedding was planned right for him. He already had a suit in the back. Okay. She goes, he's like, okay, I guess so. Now, this is the thing. This man has been married before. So I would think that if a man has been married before, I will let him propose to me. And this is why. Because he's already been through this. How do you know he even really wants to go through this again? And or how do you know that he's ready, like mentally? Y'all been dating for 2 years and he's been through a whole divorce. Do you know if he's really, really ready for marriage again, to be married? That's a whole nother type of level of commitment. It's not your first marriage where it's like, we just got married. Okay. He's been through this before. He knows what this is like. Okay. Which makes me feel as though when he said yes and he was fine with the whole get down of the proposing and the marriage of it all, okay, that he probably really loved that girl. Okay. And I just had to say to myself, I guess love wins again. Because y'all, they had a whole wedding. he had a whole suit and everything. And it just made me think that when my husband said that if a woman wants to propose and get married and you was going to marry her anyway, and you don't have to deal with the proposing and the ring buying and the dress buying and the wedding setup of it all, I will be down for it. And I'm sitting here like, this is pure laziness at its finest. What happened to, as the in Married at First Sight would say, what happened to wooing of it all? What happened to the wooing? Okay, the girl didn't even meet his family. She met two of his sisters. She didn't even meet his mother, but then decided that she was going to marry him. Okay. So the update is that she eventually met all his family. They got married and eventually met all their family, and they currently looking for a place or whatever. So my question is, did y'all move into his house or your house after you got married? Or did y'all decide that you was gonna go home and he was gonna go home and y'all was gonna call each other on the phone when y'all got there? Like, I made it home safe, husband. Me too, wife. See you tomorrow. Like, what happened? Did y'all go on a honeymoon? Did y'all get a hotel room? What happened after the wedding? Because I just need to know, because he didn't know that this was happening. He didn't know that this was child. It's very, very weird. Something about this just don't sit right in my spirit. It is the whole family, the whole life coach, and everybody, encouraging it. That sounds weird to me. We are definitely in an age where women are becoming the new men. We are no longer going to have, and I'm not saying we should have gender roles, but we are getting to the point where there's literally about to be no gender roles whatsoever. So that means for all of you women who live in states where you have to pump your own gas, when you get a husband or a man, don't expect him to pump it, because that's a us thing. Okay, I could pump, you could pump. Okay, not when you by yourself. I'm saying when you literally are out. I'm saying when you are out with your spouse, you might just have to pump the gas. What I'm saying is that we are going to a point where now women really just want to be in control of everything so bad, to the point where we are willing to go out in wedding dresses in the middle of the street and propose to a man and marry him on spot. It sounds desperate. It sounds desperate. I don't know how I feel about this show, but at the end of the day, if you find love and you are happy, however you go about it is nobody's business but your own. But I am definitely ready to see how this is going to pan out further down the line, as we get a couple more episodes in and people really start to call people out on the idea of this being weird. AF. Okay. And that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to come up here and give y'all a quick rundown on Marry Me Now. And every time I watch an episode, if it's something that I feel we need to talk about, if it finally gives me the energy that I need, especially with like not agreeing with this, okay, I will be back. I will be back. But I just wanted to drop this off for y'all real quick. And I will see y'all later for our Ready to Love review tonight. I think I scheduled it for 5 or 6. Set the alarm the reminder on it. Set the reminder on it so that you guys can join me tonight for Ready to Love. And I will see you later. And I'm going to get cute so we could be on camera for Ready to Love. But I just had to drop this off for you. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Peace.